Welcome to this video where we will dive into an important and often emotional topic: what to do when you're older and alone. Growing older is something that every single one of us will eventually face, but it's not a one-size-fits-all experience. It brings with it a range of emotions, some joyful and filled with gratitude, others daunting and even overwhelming. The idea of being alone as we age can seem like a heavy burden, but it doesn't have to be. In fact, it can be an opportunity to rediscover who we are, find new purpose, and live more intentionally than ever before. Aging often leads to the experience of solitude, whether through retirement, the loss of loved ones, or just the natural transition of life. For many, as they reach their later years, the question "what now?" arises. There's a sense of disconnection or isolation that accompanies this phase of life, as familiar faces and routines fade, and sometimes we're left wondering what to do next. The fact is, this phase doesn't have to be defined by loneliness or purposelessness. Instead, it can be a golden opportunity for self-discovery, growth, and fulfillment. But it's important to approach this time with a clear mindset and a sense of purpose. Being older and alone can actually be a source of immense power if you take the right steps. Solitude doesn't necessarily mean loneliness. Rather, it can become a peaceful state of reflection where you reconnect with your inner self and your dreams. Far from being a time to look back with regret, this stage of life can become one of the most enriching, rewarding, and transformative times you'll ever experience. The power of embracing solitude. The first important point to address is the power of embracing solitude. Many people fear being alone in their older years, assuming that solitude equates to loneliness or a loss of connection to the world around them. The truth is, solitude can be a peaceful and empowering state, offering opportunities for reflection and personal growth. It is when we are alone that we often find the space to reflect on the past, evaluate our current lives, and explore new possibilities. Being alone in your later years doesn't mean you have to face the world in isolation. It's a chance to reconnect with yourself and embrace the quiet moments that allow for deep introspection. Solitude can free you from external pressures, giving you the time to focus on your own needs, passions, and desires without distractions. It can also help you get in touch with your true self, the person you've always been, beneath the layers of responsibilities, relationships, and busy schedules. Think of it this way: solitude is the space where you can rediscover who you are outside of roles like parent, spouse, or professional. It's the opportunity to reignite old hobbies, develop new skills, and explore parts of yourself that you may have neglected. For some, this might be the time to travel, write, paint, or get involved in activities that bring joy. Solitude doesn't have to be a sad or lonely experience. It can be a beautiful time of rediscovery and inner peace. Shifting perspective, solitude as a source of purpose. One of the greatest challenges that comes with aging and being alone is finding purpose. Many people struggle with the idea that life might no longer have the same meaning or direction it once did. The truth, however, is that purpose doesn't have to come from traditional markers of success, like career achievements or raising a family. In fact, this phase of life can provide the perfect opportunity to redefine what purpose means to you. Purpose in your older years doesn't always have to come from others. It can stem from within. Many people find that the most fulfilling purpose they can pursue is to give back, whether it's through volunteering, mentoring, or simply offering support to friends and family. Purpose can also be about taking care of your own well-being, which is just as important. Living with intention means looking at each day as an opportunity to contribute to something meaningful, whether it's a project, a hobby, a cause, or even a personal journey of self-care. Moreover, a shift in perspective can turn being alone into an asset rather than a limitation. Being alone gives you time to ask deep questions about who you want to be, what legacy you want to leave, and how you can make an impact on the world around you. Many older adults find that they have more to give than they realize. They just need to tap into that potential by exploring new avenues of engagement, overcoming challenges, and embracing change. When you're older and alone, challenges are inevitable, but how you approach them makes all the difference. At this stage of life, many people feel that they've already experienced much, so the thought of facing new obstacles can feel overwhelming. It's easy to think that change is something to be feared, but embracing change and seeing it as an opportunity for growth can make a profound difference in your experience. Start by redefining what challenge means to you. Instead of viewing it as something negative or limiting, try to look at challenges as opportunities to learn and adapt. For example, learning how to use technology can open up new ways to connect with others and engage with the world. Learning a new skill, whether it's cooking, gardening, or even learning a new language, can stimulate your brain and keep you feeling sharp. Challenges are part of the human experience, but they can be the very thing that propels us into new growth, deeper understanding, and more fulfilling experiences. Another powerful mindset shift is to stop seeing aging as a decline or loss, and instead view it as an opportunity for self-improvement. Your years of experience and wisdom can actually become your greatest asset. This phase of life is about honing in on what really matters to you and learning to focus on the things that bring you joy, fulfillment, and peace. Building meaningful relationships. Even if you find yourself alone in the physical sense, this doesn't mean you have to be isolated emotionally. Building and maintaining meaningful relationships is an important part of living a fulfilled life. It's easy to assume that as we get older, the friendships and relationships that were once vital may fade away. However, this is far from the truth. It's crucial to nurture the relationships you have, but it's also important to cultivate new ones. Connecting with like-minded individuals, joining social clubs, volunteering, or participating in community events can introduce you to a new network of people. This not only keeps you socially engaged, but it also enriches your life with fresh experiences and perspectives. Additionally, staying connected to family members and close friends is essential. These relationships can provide a sense of belonging and emotional support. It's important to lean on these connections and make the effort to keep in touch, whether it's through phone calls, video chats, or even in-person visits. Living with intention and moving forward with purpose. So, what do you do when you're older and alone? You embrace the opportunity for growth, self-discovery, and fulfillment. This phase of life can be one of the most rewarding, but it requires a willingness to shift perspective and embrace change. Start by focusing on what you can control, your mindset, your time, your energy, and make the most of every day. In this video, we will explore practical and emotional steps you can take to not only survive, but thrive when you're older and alone. We'll discuss how to find new purpose, maintain physical and mental health, build relationships, and discover new passions. The aim is to equip you with the tools to live intentionally and find joy, peace, and meaning in this chapter of your life. Moving forward with hope. It's never too late to create a fulfilling life, and age is just a number. By embracing solitude, reflecting on your life, and setting new goals, you can make your later years some of the most meaningful. There is always room for personal growth, and no matter how isolated you may feel, you are never truly alone if you choose to seek out connection and purpose. Now let's embark on this journey together and explore how you can make the most of your golden years regardless of being alone. The path ahead is filled with possibilities. You just need to take the first step with intention and an open heart. After understanding the basic elements of embracing solitude and finding purpose in the golden years of life as discussed in part 1, the next step is applying these concepts in real life. To do this, we not only need a shift in mindset, but also practical action to create positive changes in our daily lives. Solitude in later years, while it may bring feelings of uncertainty or concern, can actually become an incredible opportunity for self-growth, building relationships, and leading a meaningful life. In this part, we will explore the practical steps that you can start implementing right now, not just to cope with solitude, but to turn it into a chance for personal development. Check 1. Practicing positive thinking and embracing solitude. When you start viewing solitude as an opportunity instead of a burden, you'll realize that your mind becomes freer to explore new things. Positive thinking is the foundation of all positive change in life. It doesn't mean denying negative feelings, but rather how we respond to them. Ask yourself, what opportunities can solitude bring to me? Once you change your perspective on solitude, it no longer becomes something that makes you feel deprived, but instead a space for you to grow. Solitude brings peace and focus, allowing you to reflect on life, relationships, and your true purpose. Embrace positive thinking and see solitude as a time for self-discovery and personal growth. When you face yourself in silence, you'll uncover joys that may have been overlooked before. This time can be an opportunity to reconnect with your passions and pursuits you may have forgotten due to past obligations. 2. Discovering new hobbies and passions. If you're feeling lonely, one way to overcome this is by finding activities that help you stay connected to life. This might involve taking up a new hobby you've always wanted to try, or engaging in something that helps you feel free and creative. These activities could include learning a new musical instrument, taking an art class, writing, cooking, or simply going for walks to enjoy nature. When you find a new hobby, your brain gets stimulated, and the areas of your brain related to creativity and problem solving will be more active. This not only helps you get through solitude, but also helps keep your mind sharp and clear. Remember, discovering new hobbies also helps reduce stress and brings relaxation to your life, which enhances mental health and happiness. A simple example is joining online classes or learning new skills. You could take a cooking class, learn gardening, or even start learning a new language. Learning something new will help you feel like you are constantly growing and renewing yourself. See solitude as an opportunity to rediscover yourself through new experiences. 3. Joining community activities and building social connections. Even if you find yourself physically alone, it doesn't mean you need to be emotionally isolated. Engaging in community activities can help you reconnect and bond with people around you. Maintaining social relationships is crucial for maintaining a sharp mind and mental health. You can start by joining interest groups, clubs, volunteering, or simply catching up with friends and family. These relationships will not only make you feel connected to others, but also to life itself. The feeling of being loved and listened to will help alleviate feelings of loneliness. In addition, participating in volunteer activities not only helps you connect with others, but also provides you with a sense of purpose and meaning in life. You can choose to volunteer for causes that you are passionate about or join local groups. Every time you help others, you'll feel the value of sharing and love, and this will make you feel happier and appreciated. Chapter 4. Establishing a daily routine and habits. When you're feeling lonely, creating a daily routine and establishing habits will help you feel in control of your life and prevent it from slipping into stagnation. Set small daily goals and work towards achieving them. Some people feel the weight of loneliness even more when there's nothing to do, so creating a clear schedule can help you feel purposeful and confident every day. Your routine could include activities like light exercise, every morning time dedicated to hobbies, or relaxation practices such as meditation or reading. These activities not only help maintain physical and mental health, but also provide a sense of satisfaction each time you complete them. Additionally, having a habit like journaling every day will help you reflect on your life, manage your emotions, and maintain inner peace. Write down your thoughts, goals, and things you are grateful for each day. This will help you view life more positively and could be the first step in changing your perspective on solitude. 5. The power of self-care. Self-care is one of the most important steps in overcoming loneliness and finding inner peace. Taking time to care for yourself helps you maintain both physical health and a positive mental state. Caring for your body with simple actions like eating healthily, getting enough sleep, and making time for relaxation can help you feel more comfortable and confident. Beyond physical care, caring for your spirit is just as important. You can try relaxation exercises, practice mindfulness, or participate in calming activities. These habits help you relax and calm your mind, reducing stress and fatigue. Remember that you deserve to be loved and cared for, and by taking the time to perform these actions, you are creating a life full of meaning and fulfillment. To conclude, being older and living alone doesn't mark the end of your journey. Rather, it marks a new beginning. Solitude can become an incredible opportunity for personal development, discovering new passions and building meaningful connections. By applying these habits, you not only overcome feelings of loneliness, but also create opportunities for a fulfilling and rewarding life. This time in your life can become one of the most enriching and transformative phases if you embrace it with open arms, a positive mindset, and a commitment to personal growth. Even in the face of loneliness, there's immense potential for you to live a life filled with purpose, creativity, and joy. Solitude, when used effectively, becomes a space for reflection, rejuvenation, and living life on your own terms. Embrace this phase of your life and know that you are never truly alone as long as you choose to seek connection, rediscover your passions, and live with purpose. The possibilities for a fulfilling life are endless, and it starts with the first step you take toward embracing this stage with confidence and openness. In the previous sections, we explored the fundamental elements of embracing solitude and finding purpose in the golden years of life. These changes not only help you maintain a sharp mind, but also create new opportunities in life. However, to truly turn this period into a time of growth, there are two essential factors: deep thinking and decisive action. These are the keys that will help you not only overcome loneliness, but also harness the opportunity to live a life full of meaning, rediscover new passions, and build valuable relationships. Deep thinking is the ability to reflect thoroughly, to see issues clearly and deeply, not just through emotions, but through logical analysis and profound understanding. Decisive action, on the other hand, is the ability to not only think, but to actually act, to take firm steps towards achieving your goals. When you combine deep thinking with decisive action, you don't just maintain a meaningful life, you can overcome any challenge in the journey of personal development. When you're older and living alone, it can feel like everything is quieter and slower, with no more work pressures or obligations. However, this quietness can also make you feel lost, and if you're not careful, you might slip into negative thinking, feeling alone and without direction. This is why deep thinking is incredibly important, especially when you need to reorient your life. Deep thinking isn't just about knowledge, it's about the ability to see life through a broader lens, combining your life experience and the knowledge you've accumulated over the years. You can start by asking yourself big life questions such as, how do I want to live the rest of my life? What is my true purpose? And what values do I want to uphold and share with future generations? One important step in developing deep thinking is to honestly ask yourself these questions and reflect deeply on the answers. Try dedicating time each day to think about what truly matters to you. This will not only help you realize the valuable things in life, but also allow you to understand yourself more deeply, leading you to make informed decisions about your future. Deep thinking also includes the ability to view situations objectively and truthfully. You need to analyze not only the present events, but also recognize opportunities in difficulties, learn from failure, and find ways to refresh yourself through every experience. This approach not only helps you face loneliness, but also find peace and purpose in your life. Deep thinking is only the first step, but to turn these thoughts into reality, decisive action is essential. We may have wonderful ideas about life, but if we don't take concrete action, these ideas remain theoretical. Decisive action is the crucial element that transforms deep thinking into real-world results. When you have a clear goal about what you want to achieve, the next step is to act. There is nothing more important than taking that first step toward change. You may feel confused or anxious, but remember that every small action counts. Sometimes just taking one small step every day is the right direction. Don't let fear or doubt stop you from acting. Every time you make a decision to do something, even if it's small, you open the door for positive changes. Decisive action doesn't mean rushing or overexerting yourself. It simply means being persistent with your goals and moving forward with determination and focus. You need to clearly define the steps to achieve your goals, from creating daily habits to taking specific actions like joining new classes, learning new skills, or engaging in community activities. An important part of decisive action is the ability to face failure. When you don't achieve what you want, don't see it as a failure. Instead, view it as a lesson for personal growth. Failure is not the end, but an opportunity to learn and try again. Successful people are not those who never fail, but those who know how to stand up after every fall and keep moving forward. When you combine deep thinking with decisive action, you create a powerful synergy that helps you overcome any challenge in life. Thinking helps you see clearly, understand your purpose, and identify the necessary steps, while decisive action is the concrete process that turns those thoughts into reality. Both of these factors must work together to generate positive, lasting results. Deep thinking helps you understand why you want to achieve something, while decisive action shows you how to get there. A clear plan combined with persistent action will help you move toward your goals. Additionally, when you take action, you'll feel motivated to continue because you'll see that your efforts are starting to bring results. Remember, not all actions will bring success immediately, but the key is persistence and consistent effort. Some life changes take time to yield visible results, but if you continue to act and maintain a positive mindset, you'll start to see significant improvements in your life. Deep thinking and decisive action not only help you maintain a sharp mind, but also build confidence and motivation. When you think deeply and act decisively, you will feel more confident in your abilities. You'll know that every challenge in life can be overcome if you have the determination and the ability to analyze things properly. This confidence will generate motivation for you to continue taking action and pursuing your goals no matter the circumstances. One way to maintain confidence and motivation is to make a list of the small successes you've achieved. Whenever you face difficulty, look back at your previous achievements to remind yourself that you are fully capable of overcoming the current challenge. Never forget that every small step matters, and every success, no matter how small, is a significant part of your larger journey. Combining deep thinking and decisive action creates a solid foundation that helps you not only live a meaningful life, but also achieve long-term goals. When you maintain clear thinking, understand your purpose, and take consistent actions, you will find your life becoming richer and more inspiring than ever before. Remember, decisive action doesn't mean rushing or doing everything at once. It means persistence, taking one step at a time with a clear goal. And most importantly, every small step you take, whether it's changing a habit or learning something new, contributes to significant results. Start applying deep thinking and decisive action right now. When you combine these into your life, you will not only maintain a sharp mind, but also build a life full of mental richness, bringing you much joy and success. We have embarked on a profound journey together, exploring how to embrace solitude and rediscover purpose in your golden years. These changes not only help you maintain a sharp mind, but also open up new opportunities in your life. However, to truly transform this time into one of personal growth. Two essential factors come into play: deep thinking and decisive action. These are the keys that will help you not only overcome loneliness, but also take advantage of this opportunity to live a meaningful life, rediscover new passions, and build valuable relationships. Deep thinking is the ability to reflect thoroughly, to view things clearly and deeply, not just through emotions, but through logical analysis and a profound understanding of life. Decisive action, on the other hand, is about not just thinking, but actually acting to take firm steps toward achieving your goals. When you combine deep thinking with decisive action, you don't just maintain a meaningful life, you can overcome any challenge on your personal development journey. The final piece of advice I want to share with you is always embrace new opportunities. Every day presents an opportunity for change and growth. Don't let feelings of loneliness or age prevent you from pursuing your dreams and passions. Living alone in your later years is not the end, but rather a new beginning. It's an opportunity to live the life you want to pursue, goals you've never considered, and to do things you've always wanted to try. Always maintain a positive attitude and embrace every challenge as an opportunity to learn and grow. Remember, age is just a number. Every day you live can be a day to learn, try new things, and broaden your perspective. If you remain open-minded and willing to explore, you will find that life still has many wonderful things waiting for you. The key to living a fulfilling life when you're older and feel alone is rediscovering yourself and living with purpose. This is the time to uncover passions that you might have neglected or forgotten during your busy years. Allow yourself the freedom to explore new interests and pursuits you've never had the chance to try. Whether it's learning a new language, taking an art class, or simply nurturing a hobby you've always loved, now is the perfect time. Purpose in life doesn't have to come from others. It can come from within. Many people find their greatest purpose in giving back through volunteering, helping others, or simply sharing their knowledge and experience. Purpose can also come from taking care of yourself, as that is just as important during this stage of life. Even more, living with purpose can be as simple as finding joy in the small things, taking care of yourself, learning new skills, or even journaling. Discover what truly brings you happiness and focus on doing that every day. As we discussed in part 2, discovering new passions and hobbies is how you reconnect with yourself and develop self-confidence. This doesn't just help you overcome loneliness, but enriches your life. Life is never too late to begin again, and you deserve the chance to live a life full of passion and happiness. Another crucial element to overcoming loneliness and living a meaningful life is self-care. When you live alone, it can be easy to feel disconnected or like no one is paying attention to you. However, taking time to care for yourself is how you show love to yourself. Start with simple yet important self-care habits like eating healthily, getting enough sleep, exercising lightly, and most importantly, taking time to relax each day. These actions not only maintain physical health, but also help you feel more comfortable and confident. In addition to physical care, taking care of your spirit is equally important. You can try relaxation exercises, practice mindfulness, or participate in calming activities. These habits help you relax and soothe your mind, reducing stress and fatigue. Remember, you deserve to be loved and cared for, and by taking time to perform these actions, you are creating a life full of meaning and fulfillment. One of the most important aspects of aging and feeling alone is building and maintaining meaningful relationships. Feelings of loneliness can be alleviated significantly when you have connections with those around you. Seek out like-minded individuals, join community activities, or simply maintain close relationships with family and friends. These relationships will not only help you feel loved and cared for, but also help you keep your mind and spirit flexible. Participating in community activities also helps expand your social circle and provides new opportunities for interaction and learning. These relationships offer emotional support and remind you that you are not alone on your life journey. So, what should you do when you're older and alone? The answer is to embrace this opportunity for growth, self-discovery, and living with intention. This period can be one of the most rewarding chapters of your life as long as you decide to live with purpose and action. In this video, we have explored practical and emotional steps you can take not just to survive, but to thrive when you're older and alone. We've talked about how to find new purpose, stay physically and mentally active, build meaningful relationships, and discover new passions. The goal is to equip you with the tools to live intentionally and find joy, peace, and meaning in this chapter of your life. It's never too late to create a fulfilling life, and age is just a number. By embracing solitude, reflecting on your life, and setting new goals, you can make your later years some of the most meaningful. There is always room for personal growth, and no matter how isolated you may feel, you are never truly alone if you choose to seek connection and purpose. Now let's embark on this journey together and explore how you can make the most of your golden years, regardless of being alone. The path ahead is filled with possibilities. You just need to take the first step with intention and an open heart. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss the upcoming exciting videos.